Good morning, everyone. We're all set for the second game of the AP Super Cup. It has been a bit of a delayed start to today's fixtures. Things had to be changed. The timings had went through a lot of shifts and oscillations, but at the end of the day, I think we're all set for match two. Coramandal FC all set to lock horns with Nallamala FC at the RDT Sports Village, Ananthapuram. Both the teams getting set to rock and roll out in the center. The two captains for Coramandal, it is Surya Teja, who's also their goalkeeper, and the captain of Nallamala FC hasn't been communicated to us as of now, but it should be just before we get the wheels in motion. The customary photo ops capturing the essence of the two teams. And this is the inaugural edition of the Super Cup coming to you live on the official YouTube channel of Sports KPI. So do stay tuned as it's an incredible tournament. And for the ones who are glued onto the screens, just to give you all a quick heads up, this game is going to be 40 minutes a half and not 45 minutes a half. The reason being it is to make up for the lost time in the morning. I think the first match was slated to be played at 6 a.m., but it started off later due to bad light. And I think for now, we have decided that we'll have a 40-minute half. Oh, in fact, I've just received confirmation that throughout the tournament, every single game is going to be a 40-minute half. So it isn't going to be a normal 45 minutes half a game. And that is because of the insane heat wave that's kind of blowing through Andhra Pradesh. The captain of Nallamala FC is Michael rather. So yeah, it is Michael for Nallamala FC and Surya Teja for Coramandal FC. And just to give you another heads up, I mean, it's not just coming to you live on the official YouTube channel of Sports KPI, but it's also coming to you live on the official YouTube channel of APFA. So, Andhra Pradesh Football Association has also decided to bring their very best out in the center. So, do watch out for these young superstars trying to bring out their very best onto the center. Referee for the day, or at least for this game, is B. Akhil. Fourth official is Mr. M. A. Hujirat. Assistant referee 1 is UB Hema. Assistant referee 2 is M. Gatapa. The man leading Coramandal FC from the sidelines, their coach, Prashant Reddy. And at the other end, it's kind of difficult to make out the name. We'll quickly inform you the starting 11 of both the sides. For Coramandal FC, under the sticks, it's Surya Teja, who's also their skipper. And apart from that, they've got SK Javed, Akash, Arun Kumar, Jacob, M. Sajin, A. Jeffrin, D. Kamesh, Shiva Shaicharan, Sudhakar, and Nayan Moria. And for Nallamala FC, it is Irfan under the sticks. And they've got Subhash, Kuror, Kinet, Sahan, Michael, Tijas, Sanjay, Lakshmanarya, Robin, and Emmanuel. On the bench, Coramandal, they've got the likes of Yusuf, Uday, Deepu, Dhanush, Pranay, Prakash, Karma, Balaji, Dinesh, and Srinivasan. And Nallamala, they've got Justin, Madan, Smith, Saurav, Raju, Joy, Siam, Nageshwarao, Sagar, Vijay, Virani. We are all set to rock and roll here at or in Andhra Pradesh with AP Super Cup. AP Super Cup second game getting underway. Attacking on your frame from the left to the right, dressed in their red and black, it is Coramandal FC. And attacking on your frame from the right to the left, dressed in their yellow and black, is Nallamala FC. And it is Coramandal. Wanted to have a bit of a shy. Falls back for Coramandal and the long ranger all the way to the goalkeeper of Nallamala, Irfan, who's collected that without much trouble. Goes forward with a flatter goal kick. Not the best of trajectories that you would see. Bit of a high move. Referee says that's okay. Keeps the ball under control. Pushes it back to Coramandal. Playing it amongst themselves. Not the best of positioning that you would see. Players will have to create those openings. That's a fine ball forward. Again, a bit of a test for Irfan there. He's quick to get out of his line and wrap it up without any trouble whatsoever. Nallamala FC done well. That's the third time in the last 1.5 minutes that Irfan has wrapped his gloves around the ball. We have got quite a few rebel dignitaries in the stands watching the game. Of course, it's a massive stake for Andhra Pradesh football as well. They would love to promote their stars. I think at one point in time, Andhra Pradesh used to be one of the hubs of Indian football alongside Hyderabad. And we have seen countless young talents coming from the state, and they will like to revive that former glory of theirs. It's another long ball. Nallamala FC nicely chesting it down. Wonderful ball into the box there. No one at the receiving end of it. Try and make the most of it. A bit of a push out there, and the referee blowing the whistle quickly enough, awarding a free kick in favour of Nallamala FC. There you go, nicely controlled out there. I think wasn't that substantial for a free kick to be awarded that way at a juncture like that. Could have been, just then play on. I mean, football being a body contact game, it tends to come up with lots of twists and turns. So you have to take your openings, and being the referee, I think you also have to make the calls. Free kick floated in at the far post, and a lovely shot on the turn there. It was slightly haywire. Wonderful take out there from Sahan. Kind of leveled himself to the plane of the ball there, going for the shot on a side volley. But I think it wasn't really the best of test that you would have expected for Surya Teja. Fine goalkeeper in the making. Decent bit of clearance as well. Get the ball out of the ground. Throw in here for Coramandal FC. They are in no rush right now. Arun Kumar with the throw, gets it to Jeffrin. Jeffrin with another delectable ball in the box. We had a bit of a hefty sting out there as the ball kind of fizzled out of the Rams there, resulting in a goal kick for Nallamala FC. Irfan already with a busy day in office. Looking hopeful that his defenders come into the groove as well. Again, despite the tests so far that he has been subjected to, none of them has been stern enough to uh, spike his heartbeat so far under the sticks. A free kick here for Coramandal FC. Looks like it's going to be Javeed with that free kick. SK Javeed. The free kick has been nicely popped into the box out there. A wonderful enterprise. A full-fledged stretch of that left foot coming all the way from Nayan Moria with the ball. It was an ever elusive delivery going away from the player in the box there. Could have done better with the delivery at least. Nayan Moria definitely did put his best foot forward. Nicely controlled there. And Nallamala FC, they continue to drive forward. And that's the first test of the day for Irfan. Apologies for Surya Teja. And he's quick to come out of his line and collect that before driving it downtown. And once again, it's Irfan who's out of the box. Decent box to box action so far between Coramandal and Nallamala FC. Both the teams have kind of banked upon those long balls in place, hoping to probe each other with the sudden drops in the box there. And as things stand, it's all fair and square here in Andhra Pradesh. A long way to go for both the teams. Throw in here for Coramandal FC. Nice bit of throw out there. However, Nallamala FC, they do well to win the ball back. But not for long. Loses out possession. Ball keeps on wobbling of each other. Back into their stride. Twisting and turning. And now Nallamala FC with a sensational drive from the left. This might be an opening. Cross expected. Cross comes in. That's a brilliant save there from Surya Teja. We might have to take a second look. Was it Surya Teja or the woodwork coming in the way of Nallamala FC? A terrific bit of work out there for Nallamala FC. Suddenly the team kind of activating itself into an excellent collaborative effort. Another long ball. The flag still stays down. Nicely headed down into the stride. Then the consequent shot which did follow suit. That was all over the place. And it is going to be a goal kick. Excellent bit of a resurgence there from Nallamala FC. Just coming to life. Hoping to drop an element of surprise for Coramandal FC, and that was really a great start. Simply scooting forward with the home, then they can open up proceedings altogether. And now Coramandal FC, they want to have a shy of their own. Another long ball in the box, brought down incredibly well there. A bit of a push from the back. And a loud, resonant appeal for a spot kick. Snubbed away by the referee. Great enough start already to the game. Quite a bit of drama altogether. And it simply keeps on getting better and better. A good red dawn, to be honest, for Andhra Pradesh football. Make no mistake about that. All these players getting an incredible platform to showcase their talent, to showcase their skills. And at the end of the day, I think all of this would turn into a cumulative effort, into a cumulative picture, thereby dishing out an overall masterclass. Rather long stretch and a full-fledged chase with the ball. Unfortunately, it went out of play, thereby resulting in another throw-in. Decent clearance there from Coramandal FC. And now Coramandal slowly and steadily building from the left. And that will eventually go out of play again, resulting in another throw-in. Not the most coordinated displays that you would see from both the teams. I think they have so far been brilliant in isolated patches and not really in that full-blown sequence. This game is coming to you live from the RDT Sports Village, Ananthapuram. It's another free kick here for Coramandal FC. Launched away at the far end of the box there. Nicely dealt by. Stays with Coramandal. And they twist and turn only to lose possession to Nallamala. And Nallamala once again driving down the left wing, which has so far been pretty active, at least until now. A couple of chances, those were created, came from the left wing itself. So obviously, it's going to be a fine bit of work altogether. Now, Coramandal wanted to have another taste, trying to instill terror into the hearts of their opposition. But again, a bit of a heavy ball there, taking it away. Stays with Coramandal, and eventually, after a bit of a trade back, the ball goes out of play. Another throw in here for Nallamala FC. Kind of a ballooning effort out there. Could have been a better throw, but it wasn't. Nallamala FC. They're back in possession of the ball. So far, they have looked slightly more dominant than their counterparts in red and black. They have been controlling the ball a lot better, and I think the way they have been calling the shots, it is absolutely sensational. And another throw in out here for Coramandal FC. The difference so far between the two teams has been that final third. Coramandal FC, they of course they are still to find that incisive, penetrative blow which can create a doubt in their opposition's minds. Nallamala FC already had come forward on a couple of moves like that, but it wasn't enough. Looks like another free kick has been awarded to Coramandal FC. They're all set to whoop that in towards the goal. Keen eye from their coach as well. It's extremely hot and humid in Andhra Pradesh. Eyeing for the second post, and Nallamala FC, they didn't want to risk it at all. Heading it away to safety. That was very, very necessary. Made a ball which had a bit of venom laced with it. Could always have been troublesome. And here they come with the free kick. That's quite a ballooning effort altogether. Danger lingers around as possession stays alive. Nice shot on the turn. But once again, too many obstacles along the way to try and create a distraction for Nallamala FC. And they keep on standing tall as the scoreline still remains 0-0. Coramandal, they do well to snatch the ball away towards that halfway mark. And the ball keeps on getting topsy-turvy. Out of the ground again, and should be another throw in there in favor of Nallamala FC. And a bit of handshake as well, just to ensure, just to establish the fact that there is a significant bit of camaraderie between the players. Going to be a throw in right now. Not the best of throws either. Looks like a free kick has gone in favor of Nallamala FC. So of course that could have had an element of surprise for their counterparts, but not to be. The free kick kind of going a bit too bland, to be honest. And again, box to box is where it all boils down to. The RDT Sports Village in Ananthapuram playing the epicenter to the Super Cup, to the AP Super Cup, the inaugural edition of the tournament. And I think both APFA official and Sports KPI, they have provided this streaming platform to these incredible players, incredible bunch of players. I think it is extremely important that you have to, you get to showcase that footballing flair of yours, the tactical solidity of yours to the entire world. That is what you really love to witness time and time again. When later in the future you would love to have a look back at how it all went for you, you can tune into this channel, you can tune into this video and watch that what were the things that needed to be corrected, what were the things that went brilliantly for you in such a great tournament. So yes, a loud shout out to everyone who's involved in making this tournament a grand success, considering the fact that this is a podium, this is a launch board, this is that springboard that these youngsters can use to grow in that footballing journey of theirs, going a mile towards that desired dream, towards that desired destination. Stays with Nallamala. And once again, it is that left wing that has been the source of all bother for Coramandal FC. But so far, they have dealt well with this. They haven't really panicked. They have kept themselves in a place. They have kept themselves cool, calm, and composed under the pump. So I think that is what matters. When you try and confront or your opposition are trying to throw at you, you soak it all in, and then you squeeze out your hearts. And a bit of a water break for the players as well. As already mentioned before, that this game is happening under immense heat wave that is sweeping across Andhra Pradesh right now. And very shortly, we will be going through India as well. Not the best of weather conditions, but then kudos to these lovely, incredible players. I mean, who kind of goes all guns blazing. This water break is just to ensure that these players they have the required fluids in that system of theirs to carry on for 80 staggering minutes, and it's not easy, believe me, mark my words. When you continue running for 80 minutes, it kind of drains you, it exhausts you, it leaves you in such a uncomfortable position that you start thinking that would it have been better if you would have decided to take a back seat. Believe me, it's not. You're already where you should be, and I think these youngsters know that. Whether it's the sun or the rain, whether it's the heat or the cold, they will always keep on battling. And I think we all do. At the end of the day, it is dreams that keep us rolling for these young sensations in Andhra Pradesh. It is their dreams to represent the nation one day, to be a part of an ISL club, to be a part of an I League outfit is what keeps them driving. Also, since we talked about I League, I think that tournament is also underway. It keeps on swinging and oscillating from one end to the other. Not just I League, I mean, the Indian footballing structure has developed way better over the years. Whether it has been I League 2, I League 3, IWL 2, the Santosh Trophy, all these tournaments providing the much needed days and esplanade to these players so that they can actually step up on it and show the world that they are meant for something greater. Too many platforms right now for these players to showcase their talent, that raw talent that they harness. Another lovely run from the left and a timely intervention as well from one of the defenders of Coramandal FC, knocking it out of the ground for a corner. It's going to be a throw in here for Nallamala FC. Not the best of corners. Apologies, that was a corner and not a throw in. Sincere apologies for that. And yes, the corner. It was floated in almost to the edge of the box. I think it could have been better. They're going to try to curl that in, bring it close enough. Stays with Coramandal. However, Nallamala, they do well to win it back. And now Nallamala setting one of their players motoring forward from that left wing of theirs, trying to get across and play. Unfortunate, however, that ball had a bit too much sting. But a bit of an awkward curl, so not the best of moves that you would have seen. And once again, Irfan at the other end collecting that without any trouble whatsoever, comfortable as it gets, rising up to the occasion and putting an end to it. Coramandal on in pursuit with the ball. But decent body shielding. Back with Nallamala FC again. Nice bit of turnarounds there from the left, trying to create a bit of an opportunity, but then not really finding the rhythm that they would have hoped for. Kind of going a bit too haywire altogether. Once again, the referee blowing down the whistle, awarding a free kick out on that particular occasion. Not the best football that you would witness. I mean, of course, things can be a lot better, but it isn't. Back with Coramandal, and the twist and turn goes for a bit of a flat long ranger as the ball goes out of play. .26 minutes on the pickup. A long way to go for both these teams right now. Coramandal FC, they've come forward. And a bit of a defensive lapse as well as the goalkeeper not really able to gauge which way the ball should have been going. Fortunate enough to survive. Not the best of connections either from the Coramandal FC striker who was in place. Right now, Nallamala FC, they come all the way from the left, trying to create the cross, trying to lay it down into the cantering stride of one of their players. But Coramandal FC, they do well to waylay and eventually send a ball forward. Nallamala FC wins it back. And they struggle for the ball, battling it out in that midfield, in that particular midfield affairs. Another crossfield ball nicely dealt with. Goes with Nallamala FC. This time the flag will go up. He started at least a mile offside, and that is when he decided that it's not the best of options to go forward, knocking on all cylinders. So eventually decides to withdraw himself from the move. Another crossfield ball. Could have been better, but at the end of the day, kind of lacked the sting that they were looking forward to. The ball keeps on popping out in that center field, mostly with those bursts of resurgence from both these teams. This can be trouble out here for Coramandal FC. The goal one of his line. However, the kind of precision that would have been anticipated wasn't there. Stung out, the referee blowing the whistle. The goalkeeper might need some assistance, some medical assistance. It is Surya Teja, the captain of Coramandal FC. Gone down and he'll need a bit of treatment there. I think he's not doing okay. Physio still not out in the center. I think referee's called for the physio, is it? A long time back but I think has stated that he's okay, which is a good sign at the end of the day because for a goalkeeper, I think the rule states that you will have to treat him on the ground itself until unless he's not conscious, and of course he's okay, he's conscious, and he keeps on driving forward. Looks like a change out here. Not really sure which team has gone forward with that. Confirm it quickly enough. Throw in there from Coramandal FC, and that's a very good bit of work altogether. Trying to be cheeky, trying to drop the ball once again in the box. However, nicely traded away. We're still to witness any serious firepower in the mix. Another throw in here for Coramandal FC, and this is going to be a long one. Headed away by Nallamala FC. Nicely chested down back for Coramandal. That's a lovely turn. Trying to open up the shooting lane in order to whammy one towards the goal. And good defensive blockade so far. Gets the ball out of play. And we resume 7 minutes of action remaining. 7 minutes of regulation time to be precise in the first half remaining. And whatever follows soon will be the one added on. That's a fine ball. Coramandal FC now getting a lot more dangerous. Another shot on the turn. Straight to the goalkeeper on that occasion. Was another fine move there. Coramandal FC the last 5 to 6 minutes. They have looked a lot more dangerous. They have looked a lot more confident. And now they are trying to get that all-important opener in the second match of the AP Super Cup. As things would have it, as things would stand, that still don't have that first goal. It's still miles away from there. Both the teams have tried, and they've tried with everything possible It's all about trying to pair out your arsenal. It's all about trying to figure out the right moves. Another chance altogether for Coramandal FC. That could have been a much better opportunity. Here's another shot on the turn, but doesn't connect. Coramandal, they keep on brewing just outside the box, and Nallamala FC, they've snatched it just in time. And now they step forward. They'll be hoping for more numbers. Numbers arrive, but they eventually will have to push it back for a while. That's another fine shot and a great save there from Surya Teja. Palming it away just in time. What a chance created. And an equally brilliant save there. That's the quality that we talk about. The sheer brilliance of it. The sheer brilliance of Surya Teja, the man stepping up once again. Denying his opposition shy and glory at the expense of a corner. Corner, however, not the best of enterprises that you would witness. Goes out of play and results in a goal kick. 4 minutes to go in the first half. Wanted to step up, all right, but kind of wasn't well directed. It was all over the place. Back at Coramandal, twisting and turning, flickering along. Nicely headed away to safety. It's going to be a throw-in here for Nallamala FC now. Quickly get it into play. Another lovely ball towards that far post and a chase for it. Nallamala wins it in that long race there. And now hoping to create something substantial, something terrific from which they can try the solidity of their counterparts' defense. Good bit of work out there. The ball still stays in control for Nallamala FC. Coramandal wins it back. And here's Coramandal driving through the center, through the heart of it all. There's a bit of space on the left. Goes for that inside dodge and takes a shot. What a catch there by Irfan. That is impeccable goalkeeping altogether. Keeping himself in a piece and just timing that dive of his to perfection. Top quality goalkeeping, to be honest. The tussle for the ball begins. The possession still stays in favor of Coramandal, and they go for that shot from distance. In the last few minutes, I think they have kind of banked upon those long rangers, which are pretty good, to be honest. And yet they could have been better. They could have been angled better. They could have been attempted better. But at least they are now trying. They are looking a lot better in terms of their attacking quotient with theirs. They aren't really willing to give in. They're willing to fight. Still a minute and a half, possibly a minute now, to be precise. Back to Nallamala FC. Clear it away. Miles onto the horizon. Lovely ball into that centre field. back with Nallamala FC. Here comes Coramandal though. They've got some space going forward. This might be one of those openings. Looking forward here. However, they have to go for a bit of a pushback. Final few seconds of the first half. Nicely controlled as well. Another crossfield ball and a long chase. Going to be a throw in here for Nallamala FC. Should be one of those long throws coming in for Coramandal FC there. Towards the box, headed into the air. Coramandal FC still trying to make the most of it. Truth be told, in order to make the most, you need to understand what are your priorities and where or how you can go about that business of yours. 2 minutes of added time at the end of first half. Back with Coramandal once again with the drive though. That should be the idea. They pushed it from the left now. Once again, the attack was comfortably nullified there by Nallamala FC. Just taking care of proceedings. And now Nallamala FC trying to make the most of possibly one last roll of the dice. And that is how we'll come to the end of the first half. A pretty decent half of football. But both the teams failed to score. There will still be lots to look forward to in the second half. But for now, it's still 0-0. We'll take a look at the highlights. Nallamala FC were decided to take the side after winning the toss. And Coramandal did come in with that initial bite of theirs after being fouled. And the ball kind of kept on flying at both ends. The shots could have been better. I think somehow or the other, both the teams, except for that one shot from Nallamala FC that kind of committed the save from Surya. The rest of the shots, they couldn't attempt their phenomenal best. And the positioning of the two goalkeepers also looked to be in great touch. A quick look at the stats: 51% ball possession for Coramandal, 49 for Nallamala FC, 5 shots on target. The 5 shots from Coramandal FC, 4 of them on target, 4 shots for Nallamala FC, 2 of them on target, 2 saves from Coramandal FC, 3 from Nallamala FC. 1 corner for Coramandal, a couple of them for Nallamala, a couple of fouls for Coramandal, well, and 3 fouls from Nallamala FC. No cards yet being shown. And with this, we come to the end of the first half. Stay tuned, everyone. We'll go ahead and wish on Prida and return shortly with the second half. Welcome back, everyone, and we're all set for the second half of the contest. The battle still to witness goals so far. Still 0-0. We'll wait for both the teams to take the yard out here.
The second half going to start. Please stop the practice. Please clear the ground. Coramandal plays and Nallamala plays. Please stop the practice. All boys, kindly get ready. After this match, there is a third match in the morning session. Godavari versus Kolle. I request the managers of Godavari Kolle kindly report to Redepasa immediately. Substitutes bike వచ్చేసేయండి. Coramandal. Substitution for Nallamala. Jersey number 17 in. Jersey number 10 out.
Right then, the players are all set to dish out their scent person in hot pursuit of that all important, all elusive opener of this game. Both the teams have shown intent, both the teams have shown courage which is needed, and they have shown quality as well. Now the hunt for the goal begins. On your frame, attacking from the left to the right, dressed in their red and black is Coramandal FC. And on your frame, attacking from the right to the left, dressed in the yellow and black is Nallamala FC. Coramandal FC, of course, they were pretty strong towards the end of that first half. They'd come in with a few handy shots, to be honest. Could have been done better as well, but it wasn't the case. They didn't find the all important goal that they were looking forward to. Now the flash, the battle, the unique exchange of attacking haymakers continue here in Ananthapuram. A lovely cross out there, and once again, just keeping the ball away, marshalling around his legions in the best possible manner, getting the ball out of the yard at the expense of a corner. Or rather, it's a throw in, a long throw in, launched in. Once again, Coramandal, they do well, but Nallamala, their captain, has managed to win the ball back, only to give it away quickly enough. Now Coramandal just trying to keep the ball away from their own defensive danger zone. Now a big throw and taken. Coramandal, they managed to win it back again. Pushes it away to the right. And now Nallamala Football Club with the throw in. Puts it in front. Their own defenders just running the ball amongst themselves. So try and sneak through that right wing this time. In the first half, it was the left wing that kind of worked in their favor. The second half has seen them trying to utilize that right wing of theirs. Once again, through that left, another long ball defense splitter is what it intended to be. But it was always going away from them, so never really had the kind of shine that it was expecting to create. Throw in here for Coramandal FC. And as the players entrenched out in their own sweat. That's good work there, lovely. A bit of receive. And another incredible ball on through that centre field of theirs. Trying to squeeze past that Nallamala FC defence, but again running into a bit of blockade altogether. And Coramandal FC, they cleared it away comfortably enough. Back with Nallamala FC, and that's a fine bit of run, evading one of his markers. And from the left, they try and storm in. Again, another straight ball into the hands of the goalkeeper. As easy as it gets, as comfortable as it gets. I think the angles haven't been favourable enough for all the teams out here. Nallamala wins it back, taking a couple of steps, hoping to go for that shooting lane once again. Nicely blocked away by Coramandal FC defenders. Back with Nallamala. They push until that final third for sure, and that they do. But once again, will they lack the sting to finish? For now, they push it back, they push it away. Cross comes in, headed away. An opportunity for Nallamala Football Club. A great save there from the goalkeeper of Coramandal FC. Surya Teja pulling off an excellent and electric save out there, keeping his eyes on the ball till the last moment. That was a cheeky enterprise there. Should have been better, should have gone for that elevation out there, that top netting. Then at the end of the day, a very team effort. But again, kudos to the reflexes shown by Surya Teja. Referee with a bit of a hold up out there, just trying to normalize the flow of play. Then Surya Teja gets us rolling. Stays with Nallamala Football Club. Try and push the ball away for another throw in here. Rolls it forward, the ball kind of bobbles off each other. And the flag going up, thereby awarding another free kick in favour of Coramandal MC. With a long ball shot in front. Once again, a bit of a flicker out there for Coramandal MC. They kind of failed to put in the numbers there. Too easy, to be honest, for the goalkeeper and the defenders. And an entanglement of boots out there. We'll take a look at what really happened. Yeah, that was indeed an entanglement of boots. The referee quick to lay down the law. And a free kick now in favour of Nallamala Football Club. Back at Nallamala FC. And now Nallamala FC. They go from the right. Another lovely ball through the centre. The Coramandal defence once again kind of fighting for their dear life. They push it away without much of a fuss altogether. Cool, calm, composed and collected. So far, 5 shots taken by Coramandal FC, 4 of them on target, 5 shots from Nallamala FC as well, 3 of them on target. Once again, despite all the hard work, despite all the diligence, the effort out in that box of theirs, in the final third from both the teams, will need a lot of refinement, to be honest. They've come close, but goals, they are a special part. A free kick here in favour of Nallamala Football Club. They're all set to deliver. Got players in the box, moving around, circling around, hoping to create the best. The free kick comes in at the second post there, and a very miscued header, to be honest. Could have been a million times better. Another goal kick awarded. Now Coramandal, they come in from the right. That's a bit of cheeky footwork there, but 3 versus 1. I think it goes without saying that it will always be 3 winning the duel, winning the fight of 3 players altogether. No questions about that. Looks like the assistant referee has raised the flag. It's going to be a free kick out here. Or is it going to be a throw in favor of Coramandal FC? In fact, it's going to be a free kick in favor of Nallamala FC then. Nallamala FC with that free kick. Push that away amongst themselves. Nallamala FC trying to step up once again from the right wing of theirs. It could have been a better effort altogether. The referee blowing down the whistle, another bit of brief halt, to be honest. It's a fine ball. Nallamala Football Club storming forward with the goalkeeper of Coramandal FC, their captain Surya Teja, once again out of his line, wrapping his gloves around the ball in a very, very comfortable manner. Once again, it's the outing sense, the situational awareness of Surya Teja. It's got the job done. Throw in for Coramandal FC. Goes out of play. It's time for the throw in to happen. It's quite a long, long run altogether. It's come all the way from the defense. There comes the throw in, headed away by Nallamala FC comfortably enough. Coramandal with that long ranger once again, trying to sneak one through, but straight into the hands of the defenders and the goalkeeper, rather. Apologies. Nallamala FC, they drive all the way from the right, trying to create something, trying to create that small window of opening. Back at Nallamala Football Club. Still not the most convincing of displays from them. Could have been a million times better. They've got the players, they've got the firepower which is needed. Going to be a throw in. For Nallamala Football Club. Landed into the box out there. Nicely taken care of. Now driving forward. It is Coramandal FC Once again, all the speed and every bit of it presided by Nallamala Football Club comfortably enough. No real challenge whatsoever. As easy as it gets. Both the teams, I mean, all the half and puff out in the center, every single time they've come in the final third, it has kind of evaporated. A lovely duel for the ball. And it would eventually be won by Coramandal FC. And the drive forward. A bit of a knock onto the left there. Decent ball control cross floated into the mix out there. That's a very good leap altogether from the goalkeeper. Collecting the ball without much of trouble at all. Something that you would love to witness over and over again. Back with Coramandal FC. Through the center now. And despite the best of enterprises that has gone out of play, it was a chance well created. It was a chance. Didn't really have the sting that was expected. Once again, the ball floated into the box. And back with Coramandal FC. Flag's gone up, so they'll have to head back. Coramandal FC with that clearance. Throw in for Nallamala Football Club. Quickly taken there. Nicely controlled by Nallamala Football Club just outside the box. Back with Nallamala Football Club. I think they have been a lot more confident. Here they come once again from the right. Not in the final third yet. Quick throw taken in by Nallamala FC. Bit of a tumble and the referee awarding a free kick to them as well. That clearly wasn't the best of moves altogether. Almost an hour of football done, 20 minutes to go. Here comes the free kick and opportunity once again. The header goes wide, and that has been the story throughout. I mean, it's not the first time. Time and time again, they have come close, and yet time and time again, they have gone a million miles afar from the goal. back with the Nallamala Football Club. And after a brief tussle, the ball goes out of there. Free kick from just outside the box out there for Nallamala Football Club. And another water break as well.
There is a third match in the morning session. Godavari versus Kolle. Cricket to both the teams will begin right before.
Right now it's all fair and square here in the ongoing second game.
And the first match, there is a third match. Godavari versus Kolle. That remain the fourth match. Also fourth game.
18 minutes of action remain in the second half, the regulation time. Then everything whatsoever will get added on. That is
Substitution,
how
Coramandal
it will be
enters.
decided. A change for Coramandal FC. It's going to be a free kick in favor of Coramandal Football Club. And the other roll as well. From the right. An opportunity altogether. Nicely controlled out there and a bit of tussle. Not the best of moves whatsoever, and the player go down. He'll be looking for some help. Another long throw for Coromandel FC, and they have a bit of space from the right, but once again, they don't have the numbers. It's the numbers that create a significant bit of difference. It's the numbers that change the entire game altogether. Switching it all the way to left here, Nallamala Football Club now on the way forward. Nallamala Football Club, can they create something? Twisting and turning, trying to make the most of it, runs into the defender. be another free kick, is it, for Nallamala Football Club? Looks like. Here comes the free kick towards the far post, again headed away by Coramandal FC. Just still not over. That first touch, such a big first touch. I think you need to be very, very precise with that first touch of yours. That is where half of the job gets done. If that first touch continues to be a letdown for you, it will always be a challenge. That is exactly what has been the case, truth be told, time and time again for both the teams, whether it's Nallamala Football Club or Coramandal FC. They've done everything right until that final touch. And when the final touch has to be delivered, ideally it comprises a couple of touches, the one with which you control the ball and the other with which you spear it towards that net. But I think that first touch has always been a letdown, thereby making life a lot more challenging. Free kick here for Nallamala Football Club. White, an elevated effort out there, had a bit of a menacing dip towards the end. But the ball eventually sails out off the park. Goal kick for Coramandal FC. Now Coramandal FC, well, I think the better option should have been to go all the way from the right instead of just letting it off for his partner. There are times when you have to believe in yourself. There are times when you have to understand that you yourself will be going for the right shot. And a few chin ups there as well for the Nallamala FC goalkeeper. Throw in, taken quickly enough. Nice bit of pushback. Another lovely ball. This can be an opening out here for Nallamala Football Club. Incredible setup. And the shot comes in, only to be another letdown for the men in yellow and black. What an opening. Fine reception at that left side. And he pushed it out exactly where it was supposed to be. That shot, it should have come in with stinging power, shattering the goal barriers. Unfortunately, it was a very emasculated enterprise, kind of took a deflection along the way and it went out of play. And Nallamala Football Club, possibly the best chance of the day for themselves. Yeah, they have frittered it away just because they couldn't conjure the kind of energy, the kind of precision that was needed to turn this into a roller coaster of a moment. The first goal still eludes both the teams. Corner floated in, headed away by Coramandal. And now Coramandal, they've got some space ahead of themselves. Pass goes horribly haywire. Back with Coramandal Football Club. Now they might just pose a significant bit of threat, and once again, it is that penetration, the decisive moment that we talk about in the final third. Unless you know what you're doing in the final third, it won't make sense. All this hard work and everything you do, it would eventually come to a halt, and you would lose out on proceedings. And that's exactly what we have seen once again. Bit of an injury concern there. Free kick once again for Nallamala Football Club. Now Nallamala Football Club, they still have the ball at their feet. Falls back into their stride. Decent bit of work goes away. And the consistent tussle for the ball continues. Eventually, Coramandal FC, they get the ball out of play. Once again, repelled away to safety by Coramandal Football Club. Here they knock on the doors from the right. Sends in a lovely cross. And headed away to safety without any challenges whatsoever. Final 7 minutes of action remain in the regulation time, of course. The ball evades everyone in the process, and eventually it is Coramandal FC from the left. A lovely setup, goes for that outside dodge, keeps the ball in play, and the shot comes in. I think everyone was appealing for that offside trap, and out of nowhere, the flag didn't go up. In football, they say that till the time you're not sure of the referee's whistle, you keep on delivering everything that you need to. And that's exactly what Coramandal's done. The goalkeeper might be as furious as he wants to, but at the end of the day, till the time the referee has not made his call, the ball's running, the ball's rolling. And an incredible save out there from the goalkeeper of Nallamala Football Club. Terrific, to be honest. Throwing his body along the line, throwing his body in the air and rocking it away with that burly palm of his. Here comes the corner. Floated in. A bit of misjudgment there from the goalkeeper for a split second, but I think he is okay. We roll once again all together from the back out there. Nallamala Football Club just trying to break free. They ran short of ground, at least on that occasion. headed away as well. Both the teams still to savor the feeling of their opening goal. They put in their best yards, goes without saying. But at times, the best yard might not be enough. And now from the left, there is Coramandal FC. Coramandal FC looking for that long range in a bit of a difficult angle. Allowed appeal for penalty. The referee's blown the whistle. And at the end of the game, Nallamala FC might have a bit of a heartbreak out there. They have conceded a spot kick. Something that you wouldn't have anticipated. Time and time again, Coramandal FC, they were trying to break in with everything they had. Let's take a look at what really happened. He's received the ball and now they step forward. That clearly was a clip from the back, no questions asked. And I think the referee, is absolutely right in terms of his decision. Nallamala Football Club, they might argue as much as they want, but there clearly was a trip from the back. And I think you have to accept it is what it is. The referee still wanted to have a word with the assistant referee. I mean, VAR is not available for sure, but looks like he will stand with the decision of the penalty. I mean, it clearly was a penalty, wasn't it? A trip from the back and that to a goal-bound move. What were you expecting? And here's an opening for Coramandal FC. A chance for them to rattle home from the dreaded spot. A stern test for Irfan in the dying embers of the game. Coramandal FC, this might be that calling that they are looking forward to. This has been a hard-fought game for them. And if they can now ring the bragging rights towards the end, it is going to be a sweet, sweet overture to a grandiloquent episode of football for themselves. Yes, Coramandal FC gearing up for the big moment. Everyone has their eyes on the ball, so has Irfan. Can he pull off a save out here? Time for the penalty. And that's a lovely shot, a bit of a hand to it. But that wasn't enough for Irfan to put it out of the net. Coramandal FC soars through. And it is Kamesh with the penalty. Fires home, there you go. A fraction of a touch there from Irfan, and I think he's kind of disappointed with himself. That was a very well orchestrated penalty. And Irfan, for a split second, went to that right side of us. That split second felt like an eternity for him to get back into the actual position. Had he remained where he was, that hand of his, that left hand of his, could have been a lot more burlier. But it wasn't the case, and this is why they say football is a game of the finest of margins. 4 minutes of additional time there. Now it's a challenge. It's a challenge that will need some braving to do. It's a challenge that will ask the right set of questions to Nallamala Football Club. Is there still a league twist remaining in this game? You never know. Football, at times, can be very tricky, can be very, very unpredictable. Coramandal FC, what felt like that it would have been a drab, goalless affair, has suddenly been infused with life. An excellent performance altogether coming from Coramandal FC. One of those inexorable runs in front and a compulsive tackle inside the penalty box, bringing a penalty. Here's a free kick out here for the Nallamala Football Club. And this is to their advantage, though. They will have to go all guns blazing. 3 minutes to go. One along the carpet. Clear away. Ball keeps on bobbling. Nice bit of twist and turn. Another long ranger takes a bit of deflection along the way, goes for the second post out there. Possibly the best chance of the morning for Nallamala Football Club, and they have simply squandered it away. It is football, it's a game of the barest and barest of peripheries. Unless you know how to take it. It'll come at you hard enough. Last 2 minutes to go. Too many questions on the horizon for Nallamala Football Club. Another gentle push there for Coramandal. They do well to eventually bring the ball under control. Goes for that inside cut. Wanted to take the shot, blocked by Nallamala Football Club, and they restart the action pretty quickly, to be honest. They know the urgency of all these important minutes out here. And after conceding the goal, they have been awakened by a bit of a rude bolt driven down themselves. And once again, Nallamala Football Club almost forcing open the gates out there. Should be a throw in. Yeah, that was quite a shattering challenge out there. Another long ranger floated in from the right, but straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. Very good goalkeeping there by Surya Teja, eventually propelling Coramandal FC to what can be a remarkable opener to the AP Super Cup 2025, the inaugural edition of the tournament. Once again, a bit of a medical emergency, a bit of a hold up out in the centre. Treatment being dished out. I think at the end of the day, it is all set, all okay. Coramandal FC with that throw, possibly the last roll of the dice. Knocks it all the way towards the left, and Nallamala Football Club. They've tried hard, but once again, all those opportunities, all those moments frittered away is what has come to bite them back. This is why they say football, you cannot take your guard off even until that final whistle is blown for a split second. You cannot take your eyes off the ball. Another opportunity for Coramandal FC. They get a second out here. A moment of madness from the opposition goalkeeper. Came out storming off that position of his and had no idea where the ball was.
Today's the morning session, the third
And
match.
in what is a mysterious last roll of the dice,
FC.
Coramandal Football Club has secured a 2-0 victory. What exactly was he thinking out there? Didn't have the faintest of inkling of where the ball was. A very lackluster effort towards the end. And Nallamala Football Club, they will have to pay a massive price.
Godavari and Kolle
At the end of it
Kavi
all,
Kavi report.
it is Coramandal FC 2 and Nallamala Football Club 0. Kamish with that opening goal from the spot, and Deepu with that final goal. An excellent and exquisite finish. Quick look at the highlights of the game. Started off well enough,
Request
and then that penalty
Kolle
slammed home from the spot there,
is a final call.
propelling Coramandal FC to a well-deserved lead. Following which, a goalkeeping howler proving to be extremely costly as victory befalls the sails of Coramandal FC. We'll take a quick look at the stats of this game,
Godavari and
which are
Kolle.
being awaited.
Request both the teams kindly report. It's a last call. Request Godavari and Kolle FC kindly report immediately.
And there you go, 54% ball possession for Coramandal FC, 46 for Nallamala Football Club. 9 shots taken by CFC, 6 of them on target, 7 from Nallamala Football Club, 5 of them on target, 3 saves by Coramandal FC, 4 by Nallamala Football Club. 3 corners each for both the sides, 3 fouls for Coramandal FC, 4 for Nallamala Football Club. 1 yellow card there for Coramandal Football Club. And that is it. The final scoreline: Coramandal Football Club 2, Nallamala Football Club 0. We'll now dive into a short breather and return shortly with the third game of the day. Stay tuned on the Sports KPI. Well, there you go, the third game live from 10:30. I think it's going to be from 11. Tolero FC and Godavari Football Club live from the RDT Sports Village. Stay tuned to Sports KPI and APFA official YouTube channel. We'll be back shortly enough. Thank you, everyone.